like this. That's not,
Okay, and if we ask him,
mhm.
what is he gonna say? If I interviewed him, is he gonna look at me and say, I was towering over her like this and I was getting ready to slap her?
No,
Because
because
if he says that, I'll arrest him right now for it. But you and I both know he's not gonna say that.
of course he's not going to say that because he knows if he says that he's going to get arrested.
So now where am I supposed to find enough probable cause?
I guess the next time someone hits my door and is frothing like Cujo,
Has somebody hit your daughter? What do you mean the next
the
time?
door,
The door.
my door to my apartment, if someone comes and starts hitting on it or yelling outside or spitting on my door again, I'm to call 911 and wait until police show up to maybe they might be there so they can physically see what's actually happened. We didn't do
Okay,
anything.
hold on a second.
I feel like we're being-
I want to deal with these
Okay.
issues because
I feel like we're being
you're
victimized.
throwing a bunch of different stuff in.
Okay.
They've
Spitting
not-
on a door is not
they-
an assault.
They've spit on. Okay, last night
Not
it
an
was.
assault.
We know that. We're
Okay.
just telling you in
I understand,
addition
I
what
understand, but I'm
happened.
trying to show you
No,
where
the
we.
assault was this,
Okay.
at me, trying to hit me.
I understand that.
And he had the ability to do it,
Okay.
and he made me fear for my life,
Okay.
especially since he said he'd be happy to
So
kill
those
me.
are the elements of the crime.
Yes.
Those are the elements.
Mhm.
Does a law enforcement officer have probable cause to arrest that? Does he believe that?
When
happened?
is he ever gonna be there? Because they get called during and after.
But we can't arrest somebody for that. By state
And
statute,
there is
we
no,
cannot arrest for
and
that.
there are no repercussions whatsoever.
I didn't say there weren't repercussions.
Okay, then
I
what
said
are the
we can't-
repercussions?
I said we cannot arrest for that,
Okay,
okay?
okay,
First of all, because we don't have probable cause. You're saying the crime occurred.
mhm,
I'm not saying you're not credible,
mhm.
but the other person is saying the crime didn't occur.
Isn't it important to listen to the 911 phone calls? Because you can hear a lot on the 911 calls, and in fact, she was
You can
concerned
hear
for
a lot
us.
of it, but you can't see anything. I would recommend getting a security camera. Because now if you start videotaping stuff, everybody has a videotape. Everybody has a security camera. Everybody has a camera.
Okay, so answer me this, because you say that the police can't do anything unless they see it.
Mhm.
So obviously, 99.9% of the time, you're not there unless they're assaulting you, right?
Mhm.
So,
Well, hang on.
okay,
Let me, there are 21 misdemeanors that we can arrest for
mhm,
that don't occur in our presence.
okay,
Okay? There are 21 of them. Some of them, things like domestic violence,
mhm,
that's a misdemeanor crime. We can arrest even though it doesn't occur in our presence.
mhm,
Okay, possession of marijuana, misdemeanor crime. Assault's not one of them. So if we did believe that an assault occurred, even if you got it on videotape,
mhm.
we could put handcuffs on the guy. We'd write a report, forward it to the state attorney's office. The state attorney would then come back, issue a warrant for his arrest, and then we can go arrest him.
Okay, let's go back to, you can't arrest them, but there are other repercussions, or there are no other repercussions?
What do you want to see happen? You want him arrested, right?
I want him penalized for assaulting me,
Okay.
whatever that might mean.
All we can do is arrest him.
That's all you can do is arrest him.
Ma'am, as law enforcement officers, that's all we do. We just enforce the law.
Okay.
I can't fine him.
Mhm.
I can't. All I can do is enforce the law.
Okay, well, there's a lot of misinformation going on because earlier they told us, well, we can't arrest him, but he's gonna do community service if we slap this,
APAD,
thing on him,
APAD,
okay,
the adult referrals.
I guess.
Okay. APAD's a whole different program.
Mhm.
There are certain crimes, and that has nothing to do with state statute, that has to do with agency policy. There are certain crimes, like possession of marijuana. Instead of taking somebody who's a first-time offender for possession of marijuana,
Mhm.
putting cuffs on them, driving them all the way down to the jail,
Mhm.
and running up about $1,200 in investigative costs,
Mhm.
we have them do community service.
Okay,
So, would an assault fit in that category? I'd have to check and see.
okay,
If it does, if it would, they do community service. But that's only if we have the probable cause to make that arrest. In other words, I still have to be able to say,
Mhm.
yeah, the assault occurred.
okay, I would like to know why your officer thinks that it wasn't an assault. I would like a detailed explanation as to why.
Because he
thinks-
did not feel the three elements were met.
When I called
That's as simple as I
911,
can say it.
my statement was very, very simple.
You can hear the
I
fear
fear-
in
Oh,
our.
Ma'am, and I believe you.
Okay.
I believe you. I
So
do.
there is evidence that substantiates our feelings. We're
Yes,
scared.
but I can't arrest somebody based on feelings. I understand that you're scared. I
Mhm.
understand that.
Okay, so how do you keep me safe? As my police officer, that is your job, to keep me safe. How do you keep me safe?
My job is to enforce the law.
Okay,
So, if you have video of him assaulting you, I would be, ma'am, I've been doing this job for 21
Okay.
years. I still love putting
so
people
you
in jail.
can't do anything till he hits me, stabs me, or shoots
No,
me,
I did not say that at all.
Okay,
I
then.
can't do anything until he breaks the law,
which is,
which is breaking a law. Once he breaks a law, then we can act.
Regarding harassment, what would that entail?
If he commits an assault that you can videotape, and now we have more than just a he said, she said,
so it has to be videotaped.
I need evidence. I need independent witnesses.
There was lots of witnesses, but they're all gonna lie.
I need independent witnesses, not friends of yours, not friends of his. I need somebody on the other end of the apartment complex that's looking out, smoking a cigarette, going, wow, he looks like he was about to hit her. And then we can interview that person, and now we have an independent witness. Now it's not a he said, she said. Okay? We need evidence. Okay? We have, I understand that you're saying you have the element of the crime. And you may or may not, I don't know, I wasn't there. You have the element of the crime. Before we can arrest somebody, we need probable cause that the crime occurred. Okay? I need probable cause that the crime occurred. I need a substantial amount of proof that the crime occurred. Not beyond a reasonable doubt, because that's the burden for court. But I need to know that that crime occurred. And
So
if you
he-
say it occurred and he says it didn't,
So even though the
We're at a
911 calls, you can hear all the, it's like that, like really loud, you can hear them
ma'am, I
yelling
get
at
it.
us,
I
and that
understand.
doesn't substantiate any kind of evidence, is what you're telling me.
but what if I ask him, again, when I interview him, sir, were you trying to break down their door, or were you just knocking on the door?
Well, he doesn't even belong on the upper floor. So
It's a common area. You live in an apartment complex. He can walk throughout that entire apartment
Okay, so let me get
complex.
this straight. He can harass us anytime
No,
he
ma'am.
wants.
No, he cannot harass you anytime he wants. He can walk through that entire apartment complex, and he can call you names, because unfortunately that's freedom of speech.
That's not called harassment. When we're walking down and my kids need to hear all these
It is
profanities,
called, ma'am, that is freedom of speech.
that's freedom of speech.
As sad as that is, yeah, as sad as that is.
Okay, so if
I don't
he's
agree with it
banging
either.
on my door, what is that?
That means he's knocking on your door. Your opinion, he's banging, and his opinion, he's knocking.
You think he's gonna come knock on my door?
Ma'am, I'm telling you, I can't squeeze the truth out of him.
Okay, then
I
I'm
would like to
asking
squeeze
you,
the truth out of
how
somebody.
do you keep me safe?
You
What
need-
what
okay.
you're telling me is that I have to put up with the name calling, the harassing, the banging on the door. He can tell me he's gonna kill me anytime he wants to tell me. He can raise his hand to me anytime he wants to raise his hand to me.
No, because now if he's gonna raise his hand to you and you capture that on video and you can at least have an independent witness, now he's committed a crime. Now we can go
There
on with the
are
legal
a lot
process.
of crimes that are not captured on video, so you can't tell me that exclusively I need a video.
I am telling you, you need independent proof. It is a he said, she said right now. That is what we have. We have your story, we have his story. That's all we have. Your story is not any more credible than his story. If you have something in your corner that will weigh the evidence in your favor, ma'am, I love putting people in jail.
Even though there's a history of him harassing
Yes,
us and
because-
it's documented,
Yes.
that's not good enough.
No, because that is a separate incident. What occurred last night, I'm talking about what occurred last night.
The thing is, this is escalating.
It is escalating. I absolutely agree with you. That's why I'm telling you to go out and install a video camera so we can
Okay,
watch
so
it.
how am I gonna install a video camera when the building doesn't belong to me? I'm gonna go and make
Through the
holes.
window. No, install
We
it
don't
through
have
the
a window.
Ma'am, that you're gonna have to talk to your apartment complex about.
Okay, see, so, I mean, basically, then it's true, the officer said, there's nothing I can do, don't even bother calling me.
No, there's plenty you can do. I'm trying to give you solutions.
And I want to listen to your solutions, but I have to be able to carry them out. Put a camera, we don't have a window, we just have a door.
Talk to your neighbors. How about talk to your neighbors that are on the other side so that when he comes pounding on your door, they can stick their head out and see him pounding on your door and see the aggressive nature. And then when we show up, you can tell, hey, can you talk to that neighbor over there?
And what if they don't wanna stick their neck out?
Then, ma'am, I can't force them. Okay, I can't force them. I don't understand what you want me
Well-
to do.
Protect me, that's your job.
Excuse me. Ma'am, my job is to protect everybody, and I can't sit here and focus in on one.
And there are not
Okay.
reports out there against me. The reports are all against them. And the 911 calls
But none of
report
them are
all of that.
substantiated, none of those reports document a crime. All of those reports are incidents. None of them have documented a crime.
Okay, so we just have to keep putting up with it.
No, you have to try to find some way either to coexist with your neighbor or to catch your neighbor with another neighbor so that he can put the balance of evidence in your favor. There has to be somebody else in that apartment complex that you can talk to say, when you hear a guy pounding on my door, please open up so you can witness it so that we can talk to the cops. There has to be somebody in that apartment complex.
I just don't think, I mean,
Or when you walk downstairs, walk with a video camera. Walk with your cell phone and just walk around and videotape what he does. Because then when you have video evidence of him harassing you right now, ma'am, all it is a he said, she said. That is all it is. That is all it is. I want it to be more. I keep telling you, I like putting people, I just arrested an
Could you
18-year-old
please
kid.
play him the video now? The one earlier. If he wants a video, we can give a video.
but he just said he can call us anything he wants to call us.
If it's a video of name calling, that's the kind of stuff that you bring to an injunction hearing. Bring that to an injunction hearing. Him calling you all sorts of four-letter words is nothing more than freedom of speech, and that's what he's gonna claim. Okay, if I go out there and talk to him, and I go out there and try to intimidate him, all he's gonna say is freedom of speech, and he's gonna tell me to go pound sand. But if you bring that evidence to a civil injunction hearing, not criminal, civil, and you bring that evidence, a judge may side and give you an injunction, which will keep him 500 feet away from your place. At which point, if he comes within 500 feet, call us. I would be more than happy to arrest somebody for violation of an injunction, even though it didn't occur in my presence, because that's one of the 23 misdemeanors I can arrest for. Violation of an injunction. The first time, it's a misdemeanor. The second time, it's called aggravated stalking. That's a second-degree felony.
So there has to be an injunction
There has
for
to be an
aggravated.
injunction. No. You get the injunction, okay, for this harassing behavior. Harassing behavior is harassing behavior. It's not a crime. Okay, it has to rise pretty high up before.
So
it
there's
becomes a
nothing
crime.
for harassment.
But when you get an injunction, that gives us some teeth. Now, when there's an injunction, all I need to do is ask him, were you up there knocking on her door? Yeah, I was up there knocking on her door. Turn around, you're going to jail. You're going to jail for violation of an injunction. But you didn't see me knock on the door. I don't have to. I have evidence the crime occurred. The first time it's a misdemeanor. He spends the night in jail. The second time is a second-degree felony, and he's looking at 10 years. It's called aggravated stalking. But you need 2 convictions.
Okay, but you're also telling me that it's highly unlikely that I can get an injunction.
Again, I've been doing this for 21 years. I've never seen it. I haven't seen every injunction that's gone through. But if you have video evidence, if you have reports, the better you make your case to a judge, better a chance you have of getting an injunction.
Okay,
It's not going to keep him out of the apartment complex
right.
because there are common areas. Hallways, pools, mail rooms, parking lots, those are common areas. I can't trespass somebody from their home.
So as I go back to my apartment tonight, to put my clothes, my wife's clothes, and my children's clothing in bags to spend the night in the hotel, because we're not sleeping there. We won't be there. We're gone.
It sounds
Does that mean that my wife should be out there videotaping me taking bags downstairs in case something actually occurs?
yes. Why not?
And if that happens, I call 911. What am I going to be told? The video is like no good?
If the video shows a crime that's committed, now we have some evidence in your favor. And then we'll go from there. If a battery is committed, a battery is committed.
Because I've got to go back there tonight. When I get down here,
I
I've got to
understand that.
drive over there and pack.
I understand that.
All the
I know that
clothes
you're
are-
trying to take care of your family. I commend you for that. But I can't go and intimidate somebody. I can't go and arrest somebody for a crime that's a he said, she said. I can't do it. None of my deputies can do it. And none of us are going to go back out there. And I'm not going to change this. The sheriff himself is not going to come and change the course of this investigation. The deputy investigated it. He's a competent investigator. He's a homicide detective.
Even though he laughed and they mocked.
Ma'am, I will talk to him about that.
And even though today he was mad at us for coming to speak to
I will
somebody
talk
here.
to him about it. I will talk to him about it.
You don't see that as a big flag.
Ma'am, he's been a deputy for a long time. He's
There
been a
are
homicide